In our previous videos, we discussed how our concepts of relationships
can be negatively influenced by heteronormativity in our society.
These also impact our knowledge of what unhealthy relationships
and abuse can look like in 2SLGBTQIA relationships.
For example, intimate partner violence or IPV
and gender-based violence or GBV
are often, incorrectly, believed to mainly occur in heterosexual relationships,
with cisgender men as the perpetrators
and cisgender women as the victims.
What's the result of this messaging?
People have the unfounded idea that only men perpetrate IPV or GBV,
and that cisgender women are the only victims or survivors.
Violence against 2SLGBTQIA+ people and queer relationships
is taken less seriously or is dismissed.
Queer and trans people may second-guess their experiences of violence
and may be reluctant to seek support.
IPV and GBV service organizations may not consider how their service excludes survivors
that are not cisgender, heterosexual women.
And queer and trans survivors might not feel comfortable accessing these services for support.
Looking at the LGBTQ+ power and control wheel,
there are many areas of abuse that can be influenced by heterosexism,
homophobia,
biphobia,
and transphobia,
including physical, sexual, emotional, and economic violence.
There are also acts of gender-based violence specific to 2SLGBTQIA+ people and relationships.
This can look like
deliberately disclosing or threatening to disclose a partner's identity without their consent,
also known as outing.
Undermining, belittling, or invalidating someone's queer or trans identity,
or imposing identity-related expectations.
Intentionally and repeatedly misgendering someone, privately or publicly.
Isolating a partner from their 2SLGBTQIA+ community, spaces, and friends.
Deny the abuse is happening based on the false idea that abuse can only happen between men and women.
How can we support our friends, peers, and community members facing 2SLGBTQIA+, IPV, or GBV?
If we hear one of our queer or trans friends is experiencing relationship abuse,
there are some ways we can care for and support them through what is happening.
We want to make sure our friends know that we're there for them,
while still making sure they have agency over the situation and are getting the kind of support that makes them feel safe.
Consider.
Don't put your anger, shock, sadness, or fear at the forefront of the conversation.
Don't give advice or try to take control of the situation. This takes the power and agency away from your friend.
Don't assume that everyone copes with abuse in the same way. Don't judge your friend's way of telling their story, their coping mechanisms, or how they seek support.
Don't assume they want to seek help from police or law enforcement or tell their families or even leave the relationship right away.
Don't spread their story around to other people. It is not your story to tell.
Do let your friend know that you're there for them no matter what.
Do open a dialogue. If they're ready, ask how they want to seek help and what you can do to support them.
Do listen to them without judgment. Let them dictate how they want to proceed.
Do validate your friend. Remind them of their worth and value. Affirm them of any doubts or fears, and remind them how much they're loved and cared for.
Do find safe and confidential ways to seek support for yourself, as someone who is doing the labor of supporting another person.
If appropriate and they wish it,
offer to link them to relevant support services and resources.
If you think you might be in an unhealthy or abusive relationship or situation,
here are some things to think about.
Check in on your immediate safety.
Are you physically and emotionally safe where you are?
Are there ways you can get to safety that feel accessible to you?
Trust your gut.
It's easy to second-guess ourselves about whether we're experiencing violence or abuse.
If you're feeling harmed and you think you're experienced abused, you're probably right.
Locate 2SLGBTQIA+ friendly service providers.
Check for identifiers to see if they are a safe space.
What language is used on their website or pamphlets?
What washrooms do they have in their physical space?
Do they have pride flags posted anywhere?
Remember, you don't have to do anything you don't want to.
What you decide to do is up to you.
While we might see popular ideas of what seeking support should look like,
You deserve to seek support in a way that makes you feel safe.
make a safety plan that best suits your needs.
And only welcome trusted friends into your circle of care who will support your decisions.
Remember,
That you are not alone.
You are a part of a greater community.
both on campus
And off.